Yo, Hoopalings, I'm Hoopa, and what are the paradox forms of Raikou, Suicune, and Entei? Are they inspired by the three legendary beasts, or are they the inspiration for which Ho-Oh created the new bodies for the unknown Pokemon who perished in the fire all those years ago? Well, that's what we're going to be discussing today. Now, what exactly do we know about these paradox forms? Well, we know that as far as real-life design goes, they are indeed based off the legendary beasts Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. We also know these Pokemon are based off of real-life dinosaurs. Walking Wake is based off of a Velociraptor, Raging Ball a Brachiosaurus, and Gouging Fire a Sinoceratops, respectively. Now, that normally wouldn't be a big deal, except the only other Pokemon that are inspired by dinosaurs or other more stylized ancient animals are fossil Pokemon. Pokemon like Aerodactyl, Rampardos, Tyrantrum, and Bastiodon, just to name a few. Does that mean these Pokemon aren't paradox forms, but ancient versions of legendary beasts? The answer is no, not at least as far as the real world goes, no. These were designed as paradox forms for the legendary beasts because of their names. You see, when Nintendo were creating these paradox forms and came up with these names for each, they had to take into account the lore of the Pokemon they were based off of. Suicune can purify any water it runs across, Entei's roar can cause eruptions, and Raikou can run on thunderclouds. Taking that into account, they looked at what the coolest creatures for these majestic but powerful beasts would be. Hence, they took some more of the popular dinosaurs as inspiration for these designs, whereas all the previous paradox Pokemon, at least the past versions, all had been inspired by the Pokemon they were based on, just more feral looking. Screamtail, Fluttermane, and Slitherwing being really good examples. However, that wouldn't work for the beasts, so what to do? Well, there's one thing that these Pokemon have that all others who got paradox forms don't actually have, and that's in universe lore of how they came to look the way they do now. Now it's time for a little history lesson. Johto, far in the past, had two beautiful towers, one in the east known as the Tin Tower, and one in the west known as the Brass Tower in Ekritique City. These majestic towers were seen as great landmarks for the Johto region, but one day, during a raging storm, lightning struck the Brass Tower and set it ablaze, burning the once majestic tower to the ground. Everyone made it out. Everyone. Except 3 unnamed Pokemon. But shortly after the fire was out, the legendary Ho-Oh appeared and used its legendary power to revive those Pokemon who perished in the fire. Those unnamed Pokemon were now known as Raikou, Suicune, and Entei. Now, we still to this day do not know what those Pokemon were. Some say they were the evolutions of Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon. Some even say that they are the beta designs for the legendary beasts you see on screen now. Both are plausible, but where the legendary beasts share their hidden abilities with the evolutions, that just makes that theory a lot more plausible. But whatever they were, they are now known as the legendary beasts. But where did Ho-Oh get the basis for these Pokemon's new looks? Did it just do something random with the deceased Pokemon when it revived them? I don't think so. I and many others are of the belief that these paradox Pokemon are real Pokemon and not a dream that Terapagos created. And if that's the case, Ho-Oh used the framework of these ancient beasts that had the ability to cause destruction wherever they were and revive those Pokemon with the Pokemon Ho-Oh once saw all those millennia ago as inspiration. Now, I know this is just headcanon and not confirmed by Nintendo or Game Freak, but given these paradox forms are based off of dinosaurs, which are normally reserved for fossil Pokemon, there are some exceptions, starter Pokemon are exceptions, and they're inspired by the legendary beasts of Johto, it just lends credence to the theory that these Pokemon were the Pokemon Ho-Oh took inspiration from when reviving the 3 unknown beasts. That's all it is, it's just headcanon, it's just a theory, but a cool theory that I wanted to make a video on. It's a very popular theory now, and I love just the idea of us now being able to see the ancient monsters that these majestic Pokemon were revived as using inspiration. It's just really, really cool to me, and I love these past paradox forms. I love them so much more than I do the future paradox forms. that are their counterparts. I hate those. I despise them. But the past Paradox forms, the Gouging Fire, Walking Wake, Raging Bolt, I love them. And I've been wanting to do a theory video like this for months. And especially when Walking Wake was released, I wanted to do a theory, but I wanted to wait on the other two. And I'm very happy I did. And I'm so excited to see what more we're going to learn about these Paradox Pokemon. If we learn anything about these Paradox Pokemon, anything new at least. But that was a fun video. I love talking about Pokemon, and I have found a new love for making Pokemon theories. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you guys in the next video. Hoopa out. Bye, guys.